Good evening. Good evening, everybody. I'm glad that you're here. My name is Janet Lauritsen, and I'm president of the American Society of Criminology this year. And I want to welcome you to the annual meeting and to the 2022 ASC Awards ceremony. As president, I have the distinct honor, it's a rare honor, in presenting the annual awards to the recipients. And so I have a list of awards, and they're going to go from student awards up to career awards in that order. And I will ask you, each group or each person, to come up at the time in which I'm going to introduce the winners. So we're going to begin this evening. One more important point, of course, is at the end of the award ceremony, we will hear from Wayne Osgood, the winner of the Sutherland Award. That will be at the very end of the meeting. So let me begin with the ASC Ruth D. Peterson Fellowship for Race and Ethnic Diversity. If I could ask the three recipients of the fellowship to please come to the stage, to my right, your left. Are they, I hope, here? That would be Faith Deckard, Jose Antonio Sanchez, and Darrell Malik Washington. Hold on. Okay. So these fellowships are designed to encourage students of color, especially those from racial and ethnic groups underrepresented in the field, to enter the field of criminology and criminal justice and to facilitate the completion of their degrees. The first recipient is Faith Deckard. She's PhD candidate in the Department of Sociology at the University of Texas, Austin. Her dissertation uses ethnography and in-depth interviews with bail agents, defendants, and co-signers in 3 commercial bond agencies to explore how the expansion of risk assessment and the entanglement of families alter the experience of legal debt and punishment. Congratulations to Faith Deckard. I'm doing this in alphabetical order. The second recipient is Jose Antonio Sanchez. He's a doctoral candidate in the sociology department at the University of Colorado Boulder. His dissertation research focuses on gang intervention by street outreach workers in Denver and how the outreach workers for the Gang Reduction Initiative, they changed the order of these things on me. 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry. And how the outreach workers for the Gang Reduction Initiative program internalize and conceptualize gang intervention in the program model and the influence it has on service delivery. So congratulations to Jose Antonio Sanchez. The third recipient is Darrell Malik Washington, a doctoral candidate in the Crown Family School of Social Work, Policy, and Practice at the University of Chicago. His dissertation research is a multi-method study focusing on the impact of youth incarceration on Black families across the United States, specifically through the lens of the siblings of formerly incarcerated young people. So congratulations to Darrell Malik Washington. We're going to get a photo if we could slide the lights. Wait. Thank you. Okay, next up is the Graduate Student Poster Award. Can I ask the Poster Award recipients to please come to the stage? All right. Great. Okay. Okay. All right. To be considered for this award, the graduate students needed to submit a 2 to 3 minute video for their poster appearing at the ASC meeting, and the awards committees judged the submissions according to scientific merit and visual appeal. The first place winner of the Best Graduate Student Poster Award goes to Byung-gu Kang, a doctoral candidate in the School of Criminal Justice at the University of Albany, SUNY. The title of his poster research is Cohort Effects on Homicide in Korea. Congratulations, Byung-gu Kang. There was a tie for the second place poster award. So second place, excuse me, in the competition goes to Do-soo Kim, a second-year PhD student in criminology at Dongguk University in Seoul, Korea. The title of their poster is The Effect of Police Legitimacy on Personal Information Disclosure Willingness. Congratulations, Do-soo Kim. The other second place recipient in the graduate poster competition goes to Vaili Ortiz Solis, PhD student in the Department of Criminology and Criminal Justice at the University of Maryland. The title of her poster is Hostile Encounters, Exploring the Intersections of Immigration Status and Experiences of Biased Treatment Against Latinos. Congratulations, Vaili Solis. And the third place award winner in this category goes to Alvi Ali, a PhD student at the University of Nebraska, Omaha. The title of her poster is Educators' Sexual Misconduct, an Examination of Sanction Disparities Among Texas Female and Male Educators. So congratulations, Alvi Ali. So, our next award is the Jean Carté Student Paper Award. The Jean Carté Student Paper Award is sponsored by Wiley Publishing Company, and it recognizes the outstanding scholarly work of students. The award committee rates papers submitted by students according to the quality of the conceptualization, significance of the topic, and clarity and aptness of the methods, quality of writing, and command of the relevant work in the field. Will this year's 3 award winners please come to the stage? I'll give you their names as they come up. The 3 winners will be David Mitra Bessarel, Saeed Abdul-Jabbar Hassan, and Stephen Oliphant. Okay, so the first place Student Paper Award goes to David Mitri Bessarel, a doctoral candidate in criminology at the University of Pennsylvania. David Mitri Bessarel has an MS in Public Policy and Management from Carnegie Mellon University. The title of his award-winning paper is Do Place-Based Capital Investments Policies Influence Public Safety? Congratulations, Mr. Mitri Bessarel. The second place Student Paper Award goes to Saeed Abdul-Jabbar Hassan, a doctoral candidate in sociology at the University of Oxford, Nuffield College. Mr. Hassan received a Master's of Philosophy degree in sociology and demography from Oxford. The title of his award-winning paper is The Intergenerational Consequences of Incarceration. So congratulations, Mr. Hassan. And our third place Student Paper Award goes to Stephen Oliphant, a doctoral candidate in the School of Criminal Justice at Michigan State University. Mr. Oliphant has a Master's of Public Policy degree and a certificate in Injury Science from the Gerald Ford School of Public Policy at the University of Michigan. The title of his award-winning paper is Estimating the General Deterrent Effect of Death Penalty Statutes Using the Synthetic Control Model. So congratulations, Mr. Oliphant. Okay. The next award is the Teaching Award, the ASC Teaching Award. And can I ask Emily Lenning, please, to come to the stage? Okay. The ASC Teaching Award is a Lifetime Achievement Award designed to recognize excellence in undergraduate and/or graduate teaching over the span of an academic career. This year's Teaching Award recipient is Emily Lenning, Professor of Criminal Justice at Fayetteville State University. Professor Lenning is committed to engaging in critical pedagogy that's bolstered by feminist and queer perspectives. Her teaching is flexible to meet the needs of diverse learners, and she and her students look beyond the classroom for opportunities to engage in lifelong learning. She has served students with learning differences as the Director of Faculty Development in her university's Learning Support Program, and she's co-founder of their Safe Zone Center, the third HBCU in the country to open an office to serve its LGBTQ students. She's won several teaching awards, including the UNC Board of Governors Award for Excellence in Teaching and an award for Advisor of the Year. So please join me in congratulating Professor Emily Lenning as the 22 recipient of the ASC Teaching Award. Okay. The next award is the Mentor Award. And this year's recipient, Andrew Papachristo, is unfortunately not able to be here with us. In his place is Chris Smith, a former student and co-author. Chris Smith, please come to the stage. Uh-oh. It's my little dim light fell over. Okay. So the ASC Mentor Award is given to recognize excellence in mentorship in the field of criminology and criminal justice. The committee assesses the nominees' record for evidence about how they have sustained a record of enriching the professional lives of others. And as I mentioned, this year's recipient of the Mentor Award is Andrew Papachristos, Professor of Sociology at Northwestern University. Professor Papachristos has enriched the professional lives of many students throughout his career. Many of his publications include current and former students as co-authors, and he has served on numerous dissertation and thesis committees, as well as supervised postdoctoral researchers. He has been a mentor to junior faculty and served as the Director of Undergraduate Studies. His teaching has been honored with a Distinguished Lecturer Award and a Professor of the Year Award. As I mentioned, he's unable to be here this year, and so one of his students, Chris Smith, is here to accept the award in his honor. Yes. If other students would like to join her, of Andy's students, if you can get up here quickly, or
Tony,
we can.
I see you. Come on.
I know, and Andy was quite disappointed he was unable to make it this year. Personally. Okay.
I can see you in the audience. Thank you.
Our sixth award category this evening is the Ruth Shonley Cavan Young Scholar Award. May I ask Matthew Clare to please come to the stage. Okay. This really threw me. It's not that that I put it in the wrong order, it's that go over multiple pages. Word to the next president, don't do this, sir. Okay, I apologize. Okay, the Cavan Young Scholar Award is given to recognize outstanding scholarly contributions to criminology by someone who has received the PhD, MD, or similar terminal degree no more than 5 years before the year of the award. The award may be for a single work or a series of contributions. This year's recipient of the Young Scholar Award is Matthew Clare, assistant professor in the Department of Sociology at Stanford University, and by courtesy appointment in the law school at Stanford. His scholarship examines inequality in the criminal legal system, legal institutions, and the legal profession. The award committee selected Professor Clare because of the impact, independence, interdisciplinary engagement, and focus on diversity in his research. Professor Clare is the author of the 2020 book, Privilege and Punishment: How Race and Class Matter in Criminal Court, which has garnered numerous scholarly awards. He has published in multiple academic and popular outlets, such as Criminology, Law and Society Review, the Du Bois Review, and The Nation. His work has received support from the National Science Foundation, and he is a recipient of the Peterson Fellowship for Racial and Ethnic Diversity from the ASC in 2017. Professor Clare received his bachelor's degree in government from Harvard College. He holds an MA and PhD in sociology from Harvard University. For his outstanding multi-method research aimed at understanding how actors make sense of their roles in the criminal justice system, how race and class matter for sentencing and other legal outcomes, and how reductions in race and class inequities can be achieved, the Cavan Young Scholar Award for 2022 is given to Professor Matthew Clare. The next award is the Joan Petersilia Outstanding Article Award. I ask Tony Chang to please come to the stage. Okay, Tony. 1 second here. I'm losing my light. Here we go. Okay. This award honors exceptional contributions made by scholars in article form. This year, the award committee selected Tony Chang, Assistant Professor of Criminology, Law and Society, and Sociology at the University of California, Irvine, for his paper entitled Input Without Influence: The Silence and Scripts of Police and Community Relations, published in Social Problems in 2020. Drawing on 7 years of transcripts from the Chicago Police Board meetings, Professor Chang examines why, despite police investment, community relations can fail to improve. He finds that police use of silence and scripts during community meetings are examples of perfunctory policing, where officers superficially comply with procedural requirements of a program or practice, but resist substantive changes in performance, thus leaving residents to shoulder the consequences of police inaction. The paper draws attention to how initiatives are implemented and how decision-making processes render community interactions in ways that are more procedurally symbolic than substantively productive. So please join me in congratulating Tony Chang as the 2022 recipient. The next award is the Michael J. Hindling Outstanding Book Award. May I please ask Sarah Brain to come to the stage? Sarah Brain. Okay. The Michael J. Hindling Outstanding Book Award is given annually for a book published within the 3 calendar years preceding the year in which the award is made that makes the most outstanding contribution to research in criminology. This year, recipient is Sarah Brain for her book entitled Predict and Survey: Data, Direction, and the Future of Policing, published by Oxford University Press in 2020. In her book, Professor Brain analyzes the social consequences of data-intensive surveillance practices used in the Los Angeles Police Department. Using qualitative and quantitative methods, she analyzes how the adoption of big data and predictive analytics reshape organizational practices and individual life chances in the criminal legal system and beyond. Her book has received widespread acclaim. Jeffrey Fagan of Columbia University calls it a skillful combination of the tools of contemporary ethnography and organizational sociology that shows the distorting effects of tech-driven surveillance on the moral judgments that animate policing from top to bottom, judgments that animate invasive tactics that erode the dignity of citizens in everyday life. It is an astonishing achievement that should set off alarms in all of us. And Professor Paul DiMaggio of NYU describes it as a breakthrough book, a close-up, ethnographically grounded examination of how urban police departments are using the power of big data to try to anticipate crime and outflank criminals, and how in doing so, they risk reproducing inequality by embedding results of past discrimination inside opaque algorithms. At a moment when urban policing has come under unprecedented scrutiny, this volume provides indispensable insight into a critical element, big data, that could replace due process with guilt by association, or if used properly, could help reduce discrimination and open policing to democratic control. Sarah Brain is Associate Professor of Sociology at the University of Texas, Austin. She received her PhD in Sociology and Social Policy at Princeton University and completed a postdoc at Microsoft Research, New England. Please join me in congratulating Professor Sarah Brain, the recipient of the 2022 Michael Hindling Outstanding Book Award. Okay, next up are ASC Fellows. So, let me get organized. Can I ask the 4 fellows to please come to the stage and stand to my right? It will be alphabetical order. Okay. This goes over multiple pages. Again, I apologize for the, here we go. Dang it, okay. Persons selected as ASC Fellows are recognized for their scholarly contributions to criminology and distinction in the field. Fellows also must have made a significant contribution to the field through the career development of other criminologists or through organizational activities within the ASC. Examples of contributions also may include innovations in public policy, as well as enhancing diversity, equity, and inclusion in the field. The first person, in alphabetical order, to receive this year's designation as Fellow in the American Society of Criminology is Walter DeCasaretti of West Virginia University. Walter DeCasaretti is Anna Dean Carlson Endowed Chair of Social Sciences and Professor of Sociology at West Virginia University. He is considered a leading expert on violence against women, and his work in the area of male peer support theory with Martin Schwartz is also considered groundbreaking for understanding the complex relationship between patriarchal male peer group dynamics and the physical, sexual, and psychological abuse of women in intimate relationships. His work in these and other areas has been recognized with many awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Division on Critical Criminology and Social Justice, the Career Achievement Award from the Division of Victimology, and the Distinguished Scholar Award from the Division on Women and Crime. Professor De Casaretti also received the Institute on Violence, Abuse, and Trauma's Linda Saltzman Memorial Intimate Partner Researcher Award for his research on violence against women in institutions of higher learning. Professor De Casaretti has served the profession in numerous ways, including as vice chair of the ASC's Division on Rural Criminology, memberships on the Mentor Award Committee, the Peterson Fellowship Committee, and the Vollmer and Block Award Committees, and he is one of the founding editors of the journal Critical Criminology. For these reasons and many others, please join me in recognizing the scholarly and professional accomplishments of Walter De Casaretti with the title of Fellow of the American Society of Criminology. Okay. Our second fellow this year is Brian Johnson of the University of Maryland. Brian Johnson is professor of criminology and criminal justice at the University of Maryland and widely recognized as one of the leading researchers in the area of court decision-making and how these processes operate across a variety of contexts, including state, federal, and military courts. His work has been influential in the development of approaches that capture the cumulative nature of disadvantage in the justice system. His recent work with Ryan King examining skin tone and punishment is highly innovative and raises fundamental questions about how scholars study race in legal decision-making and elsewhere. Professor Johnson also has worked closely with practitioners and policymakers to encourage the use of evidence-based practices. He's currently serving a third term as a gubernatorial appointed policy expert on the Maryland Commission on Criminal Sentencing Policy, and he served in various roles across a range of research boards, advisory councils, and steering committees aimed at improving justice, such as the MacArthur Foundation's Prosecutorial Performance Indicators and the Maryland Data Analysis Center. Brian Johnson has contributed to the ASC in numerous ways, including as co-editor of Criminology, as executive board member, and as member of numerous other ASC standing committees, such as Outstanding Article Award and Young Scholar Committee. And I think he might hold the record for most years of service on the ASC Program Committee, which I'd love to. But for these and many other reasons, please join me to recognize Brian Johnson for his scholarly and professional accomplishments with the title of Fellow of the American Society of Criminology. Our third recipient is William Pridemore of the University of Albany. William Pridemore is Distinguished Professor in the School of Criminal Justice at the University of, at Albany State, sorry. At the University at Albany, SUNY. Okay. He is widely recognized as a leading scholar of international and comparative criminology, authoring numerous international comparative and cross-national articles in top journals. He was one of the first scholars in the world to gain access to previously unavailable social, crime, and vital statistics data for Russia following the collapse of the Soviet Union. Professor Pridemore has also carried out research on crime, drug use, suicide, and homelessness in Slovenia, Ukraine, Iran, and elsewhere. His research on poverty, inequality, and national homicide rates is recognized with the Rusinowitz Memorial Prize from the British Journal of Criminology, the Mueller Award for Distinguished Contributions to International Criminal Justice from the ACJS International Section, and the Frida Adler Distinguished Scholar Award from the ASC Division of International Criminology. Professor Pridemore has contributed to the profession in numerous ways. He's a founding member of the Annual Review of Criminology, has served as the ASC's liaison to the American Association for the Advancement of Science for more than a decade, and on the ASC Outstanding Article and Block Award committees, and in numerous capacities for the Division of International Criminology. So for his work in these and other areas, please join me in recognizing the scholarly and professional accomplishments of William Pridemore with the title of Fellow of the American Society of Criminology. Okay. Our fourth recipient is Michael Reisig of Arizona State University. Michael Reisig is professor in the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Arizona State University, and he is widely recognized as a leading scholar in the procedural justice and police legitimacy literature. His early work on the measurement of key concepts was instrumental in shaping future research, and his substantive contributions led to better understanding of how procedural justice and legitimacy can lead to greater legal compliance and cooperation with the police. His work has included multiple countries such as Ghana, Jamaica, and Slovenia, and multiple diverse samples, and he has also studied how neighborhood context is associated with community policing practices and general attitudes toward the police. Professor Reisig has contributed to the profession in many ways. He's serving on numerous ASC committees throughout his career, including the Collaborative Research Initiatives Committee, the Hindley Book Award Committee, Nominations Committee, Program Committee, Publication, and others. He has mentored many underrepresented students and to date has co-authored 28 articles with students. He recently received the Outstanding Faculty Mentor Award from the Faculty Women's Association at Arizona State University. And for his work in these and many other areas, please join me in recognizing the scholarly and professional accomplishments of Michael Reisig with the title of Fellow. Thank you. Okay, next up is the Herbert Block Award. I'll ask Jody Miller to please come to the stage. The Herbert Block Award recognizes outstanding service contributions to the ASC and to the professional interests of criminology. And this year's recipient is Professor Jody Miller of Rutgers University. Jody Miller's service to the ASC and the profession spans more than 2 decades. In addition to her service on nearly all of the ASC standing committees, she has served the society through major leadership roles, including vice president, executive counselor, and a just about over 6-year term as co-editor of the flagship journal Criminology. The Block Award Committee noted her distinguished service to the profession as well, in particular her work to reinvigorate and reintegrate the place of qualitative research in the field of criminology and criminal justice, as well as her leadership work with the Racial Democracy, Crime, and Justice Network. With support from the National Science Foundation, the RDCJN engages in the development of research geared to improving our understanding of how race, ethnicity, crime, and justice are interrelated, an annual conference to facilitate the development and execution of collaborative projects, and a 3-week Crime and Justice Summer Research Institute to facilitate the academic success of junior faculty from underrepresented groups. For her extraordinary record of service to the ASC, we present Jody Miller with the Herbert Block Award. Congratulations, Jody. The next award is the August Vollmer Award. Can I ask Scott Decker to please come to the stage. Scott Decker. One second. One second. Oh, sorry, I'm torturing. Here we go. Okay. The August Vollmer Award recognizes an individual whose scholarship and professional activities have made outstanding contributions to justice and/or to the treatment of, or prevention of criminal or delinquent behavior. This year's recipient of the Vollmer Award is Scott Decker, Professor Emeritus in the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Arizona State University and Chief Scientist and Senior Fellow in the Center for Justice Research and Innovation at CNA. The committee noted the many ways that Professor Decker has been a leader in creating and sustaining research agency collaborations and partnerships in the field, and in using data to improve knowledge, decision-making, and outcomes in general and in the juvenile and adult justice systems throughout the course of his career. His work covers many areas, including diversion programs, homicide reduction, agency collaborations, gun markets, gangs, and he's played a role on many commissions, panels, and training and technical assistance efforts at the local, state, and federal levels. It was not only the volume of his work that the committee found particularly valuable and impressive, but the fact that in many cases it led to greater cooperation between researchers and practitioners, an important goal. Please join me in congratulating Professor Scott Decker as the 2022 recipient of the August Vollmer Award.